there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Sex appeal is more than about physical appearance. And this is very important because I've always said sex appeal and just pure looks are not the same thing. Now, yeah, you might have some people who look good and they consider sexy, but you also have some people who look good, but people viewing them are like, eh. That's because sex appeal is really more about someone's attitude. Now, when I'm talking about for men, and this is coming from women, it's never just about the appearance. Because, all right, say a woman's walking down the street, she see a guy and, he has all the stereotypical things that supposedly make him look good. She'll see him and say, oh, he looks good, and keeps walking. But then she'll see another guy, he might not look as good as the first guy, but the woman is getting wet. It's about his sex appeal because it's about the attitude. Understand the physical part, that's just one part of it. Indeed, that's why I emphasize the body game. It plays a very important part, but it's also the man's style. How is he presenting himself? What kind of clothing is he wearing? Is he wearing clothing that draws attention to his body? Like a masculine attention, he got, a shirt that is a slim fit or something like that. And his clothes are clean, he's looking sharp, he got style. Or are they like bummy looking clothes or something like that? That plays a part, and that's just one part. It's also how he moves. Is he moving in a confident manner? Is he walking with his shoulders up or with some vitality? Or is he moving like he's scared to move through life? That's a very significant part of it. And then it's just even when he's interacting with the woman, how is he looking at her? How is he talking with her? Is he relaxed? Is he still in a strong state, depending where they are? Is he in a protective mode? Is he in a leadership mode? Things like that matter, Or if it's a woman more turned on by a man's intelligence. And when I say intelligence, that means he can have a conversation with her, an intelligent conversation, but also stimulates her, opens her up. That plays a part in it. And then let me go deep on y'all. And people who follow me a long time know, especially people who followed, who've gotten a few of my on-demand videos and follow me on my private sites, participated in webinars with me or people I've brought in. There's always a deeper energetic thing. See, there's two ways that all people generally express their sexual nature. One is more reserved. They kind of like stamp down on it. This is the person, like a woman who may have a Coke bottle figure, but because she's sexually repressed, she doesn't show it. You'll never know she has a Coke bottle figure. But then there's the other side where someone expresses their sexual energy more freely. That's the one with the Coke bottle figure, and she'll make sure everybody knows it. And for men, it's the same thing. And indeed, many men are sexually repressed. They don't give off that energy. Also, we're talking about masculine energy. Masculine, if we're going to talk specifically about men. But for men to understand it, think about this. Think about how many women you've seen that physically look good. Like physically, like they got the bone structure and everything. But they're a butch lesbian. And they walking around like a man. Their clothing, their movements, even their speech intonations, tone of their voice is masculine. That's not sexy to most men anyway. Well, it's the same thing with women. It's the same thing when you look at a man. A man can look good, but then if he's acting in a juvenile manner or he's acting in an effeminate manner, instant dryness for them. See, all of these things come into it. Like I always say, my main thing is sexual development. But see, what you have out here, you have many men thinking, well, I don't look like that fashion model. Okay, yeah, you don't. But nothing's stopping you from developing the other aspects. And before someone said, well, how do I develop them? I have an archive, a library of videos. I got on-demand videos. I have stuff on my Rom TV. Just go in my description box and hit up different things, Patreon, everything. I've talked about it enough. Let me just go on a quick tangent. When people ask me, they'll say, well, what can I do? Development of that stuff isn't like something I can explain even in a paragraph. It really isn't. You have to do the work. I don't care what it is in life. It's not just, a quick fix. No. And especially if you're not seen as sexually appealing to women, well, you got to work on stuff. When I talk about the body game, that's just the base. You still have to work on your attitude. I talk a lot. Done many videos talking about charisma. I've done many videos talking about masculinity. I've talked about the house of the man. Are you a man who can protect those associated with you? That'll turn a woman on. Many women look for security. Are you a man who can solve problems using your logic and reasoning? Many women want that type of intelligence in a man. Are you a man who can go out there and get that money? Not trick on it now. Go get it, provide, and everything, especially when they want a family. Can you do that? And let me be clear on that. Because a lot of guys think it's just having the money. No, it's what you're doing with the money if it's for the sake of the family. And not just giving her gifts and stuff. That's not providing. It's always in the context of the family. And let's be real with it. Sex appeal comes down when that woman looks at you. She want to know if you can make love to her. She want to know if you can knock her out the box, have her screaming, have her speaking in tongues. Do you give off that energy? Do you have that confidence? So all of those things come into it. And this is a very, very, very important thing. And it can be work, because one of the problems we have out here, a lot of men don't really get into it. A lot of men think, well, if I got money, or some guys even think, well, I look good. It's like, okay, those can be baits. Especially looking good. Hey, if you look good, the woman's like, she'll give you 40 more seconds. But if she's interacting with you and you're not acting confident, or you not coming off masculine on an energetic basis, and let me say something about that, because you get some guys say frame and everything, but a lot of those guys are trying to fake it. It gotta be that type of masculine energy where you sitting down eating your buffalo wings. You sitting down just eating, you chilling, and she can still pick up on it. Are you active? Do you give off the impression you can take action? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the energy, because trust me, women be reading a man like that, and they can tell if he's faking. So that's the understanding. It's the understanding of just the total development. And like I said, I talk about these things constantly. I talk about them in my books. I've done several videos. But that's the key. That is the key. And if you want to develop that, trust me, a woman pays a lot more attention when she looks at you and her vagina is tingling. Oh, you got a great opening. It's up to you to blow it at that point. All right? So that's all I have at this time. And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.